We have sometimes such a judgment against growth or change or conflict that, we're taught that everything is supposed to be easy. Well, it's not. And good relationships are made. They don't just happen. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Divine Goddess Tarot. My name is Jessica, and of course, this is Ropes. He wanted to be held today through your readings, so let's do this. Let's jump right in and see what energies are coming through for you this week and what messages. So let's see what is for Aquarius this week. Right there. Sacred Heart. Passion, love, and spiritual communion. Beautiful. I know that Gemini got that card as well this week, so we shall see what messages, so you might want to check that one out, are coming through for you. This is for your higher or future self, so it is cunning woman, silent, observant, and wily. All right, and for your spiritual support group, let's see what messages are coming through from them. This is your guides, goddesses, gods, angels, devils, and demons, anything that supports you on the 5D through this expansion of this realm. So hostilities, conflict, and unrest. Interesting. So some of you might be going through some stuff. It could be love issues. This is tips and tricks or what you need to know. This is leaving. Okay, interesting. All right, so, excuse me. So for some of you, let's see what this means and who is leaving. Let's have Tarot define these messages for clarity. Right there. So we've got the Four of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Tower. The higher self is 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and right there, those two. So we've got the King of Cups, Hangman, and let's do the Knight of Cups. Right there. So we've got Justice, Ace of Pentacles. And let's see right there, 8 of Pentacles. Last but not least is the Emperor. All right. Well, let's break it down. There's a lot here. But I definitely see that with this energy of Sacred Heart, there's definitely there's a break in something. There's definitely something that is not being accepted, whether it's an offering or not. If you are dealing with a Gemini or someone who has Gemini in their chart, I do recommend seeing the Gemini reading for this. It is a twin flame reading, but it also was very educational regarding also karmic relationships. So if that is something that you resonate with, then go check that out. But as far as what's going on with this and the messages here, I do hear that there's just not an offer being accepted right now. There's no forward momentum. I do feel that whatever this is, this is the night that there is no movement. This relationship is not going anywhere. And, you've got the Tower right underneath. So if this is something that you've been holding on to for too long, that you've known isn't working, or you've been trying over and over, the universe always steps in when something is out of alignment energetically. So whatever this is, it sounds like with someone that is leaving, this is something that, it's got to happen. It's got to happen for whatever reason. The 10 of Cups is here for marriage. And your higher self, I really believe, wants you to know that you will have partnership. I'm not seeing that it's with this connection. I feel that there's a part of you that really feels left out in the cold with this 5 of Pentacles. But with this cunning woman, silent, observant, and wily, your higher self is really asking you to observe right now, to really watch, to really pay attention to the signs, maybe the synchronicities, perhaps your gut feeling of something. You have your truth and you have your knowing. And so what I'm really seeing here is your higher self wants you to realize that this Five of Pentacles energy is not real. It is not being left out in the cold. And perhaps this other person is doing the leaving. And your higher self wants you to know, to get really clear with your feelings and emotions, like the King of Cups. He is a master of his feelings and emotions. And with going into silent, observant, and wily, it is really grounding in and not being that tsunami of emotions at this time. It's really about paying attention and listening to the messages that you that you're seeing. If you feel like you can't see things, your spiritual support group is really having you look at things from a different perspective right now. Now, like I said in the Gemini reading, that there's aspects of connections that whenever there's change and hard times, a lot of times it's for you. It's for both parties to learn something. And if it's out of alignment, it's not a right match, it's going to fall apart. It's not going to work. And if it is a connection that is made for that Sacred Heart, if this is that twin flame connection to where that you're going through a really turbulent and hard time and there's a time of unrest, this is called what's critical mass. It's about a time when something or someone has come to the surface and said, this does not work. And so if this is your person, if this is your love, if this is your marriage partner, and you don't, we've got to be also open to receive the message from our partners. We've got to have trust them enough that when they tell us that you're basically effing up, we've got to believe them. And we got to go, what am I doing? And that is what partnership is really all about, is trusting our partners for the message. And I love that in the book from Dr. David Snarch, The Secrets to a Passionate Marriage, which he talks about critical mass and what it takes to be in a passionate, amazing marriage. And marriage is subjective. It's a committed relationship. So the point is that with turbulent and hard times, sometimes it's being still, it's letting time pass, it's looking at things through new eyes, new perspective, it's doing some growing, it's really getting honest and clarity and the ability to have also accountability, being able to present your feelings and emotions and accountability in a beautiful, honorable way it lays down the foundation of trust. And so if trust was broken, they also say that trust is built on the small things, not the big things. It's about those moments of being accountable. It's about those moments of apologizing and meaning it, not just saying the words. And so I feel with all of this energy, if this is not a connection that is made to last, it's no different than anything. Justice will happen. The tower moments will happen to bust it apart so that you can find union with someone and find your 10 of Cups. And if this is your partner, then it is time for change to happen. This is time for everything to come undone so you can build it back together. And that is not wrong. We have such a, let me move. We have sometimes such a judgment against growth or change or conflict that we're taught that everything is supposed to be easy. Well, it's not. And good relationships are made. They don't just happen. And so the Ace of Pentacles that's here for leaving, I do feel that there's offering and perhaps that this can be stopped with the work that is needing to be done. And then you've got the Emperor, which Ropes is just having a good old time back there. So, excuse me about him. But he is definitely doing the work in the Age of Pentacles. And I really feel that, this connection, if the work isn't done, it's going to fall apart, because that's what happens. Even if this is a twin flame connection, it can't be without the work. And we have to do the work on ourselves. We can't be pointing the finger. We've got to really do it differently, be accountable, and show up in a different way. And I really feel that this Knight of Cups is that. It's going, I'm showing up in a different way. The Knight of Pentacles is wisdom. It's showing up in a different way with wisdom. The new perspective in the Hangman is sometimes taking a breather. You know, leaving is sometimes the reprieve that's needed to have clarity and space and time. And if something is meant for you, it always will be. So it won't go away. It won't leave. And when something is meant for you, it will transform. It can change, and relationships are supposed to. But that's what, that energy of the Tower is crumbling down. Ways of being just no longer work. And so embrace change. It's deep. It's a lot. It's not fun going through any of this. If you're going through a breakup or going through a really hard time with this person, but it is transformative. And even if it's not for you, these lessons will be for you for what is for you. So that is a very different thing. So your higher self, again, step back, watch, listen, observe, feel, and go with wisdom, because justice is here. Whatever is supposed to happen is supposed to happen. There's no accidents. If someone leaves, they weren't for you. If you leave, you weren't for them, or they aren't for you. And it's not wrong. It's a successful failure of lessons learned for the next, for the person that is for you. So thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.